Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Dialed In. This time around, we have one of my good friends from the United Kingdom hopping on. His name is Official Muscle. I have no idea what his real name is, but he's a TikTok star, so we're going to have him hop on. What's up, everybody? We'll wait for Official Muscle to hop on, and we'll get it going. So whenever he hops in, just click that button. Get in here, bro. Damn, you guys dropped some good ass questions too. I had to skim through it. George Scholes, I mean, I don't think you're Official Muscle, bro. I can't let you in the chat for now, bro. Sorry. Damn, is the face leaning out a little bit? I'm starting to get some jawline back, slowly but surely. Slowly getting leaner, bro. I'm trying to get shredded. All right, where you at, Official Muscle? Let's get it, bro. But in the meantime, guys, you could ask me whatever. I'll wait for him to hop in. You're not natty. I mean, all right. What up, Armani? What's going on, bro? See, this format looks better. I don't know what happened last time. Last time I went live, like, they changed the format or something. They must have changed it back. This looks good now. Now I can actually see everybody. But if you guys got any questions in the meantime, you know, I'll ask it. All questions are going to be welcome, guys. Obviously, if, like, someone looks like they're, like, 16, I'm not going to answer a gear question, you know? But within reason, yeah, I'll answer anything. If I feel something is dangerous or, like, something that's not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things I might not answer, but I'll try to answer everything, honestly, yeah. All right, bro. So I don't know where it's at. Official Muscle, but click the, there you go. Got you. Right there. All right. Get a join team down. Hell yeah, bro. You guys want to cop some merch? Feel free. What's up, bro? What's going on?
Oh, good, mate. Fucking hell, my face is massive.
All right, hold on, bro. Let me adjust this shit right quick. Hold up. All right, we're good. Hey, you know what I realized, man? I have no idea what your real name is. Like, I only know you as Official Muscle. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who you are, where you're from?
My real name is James, and I'm from the UK. So
it's
the first actually knows my real name.
Nice. I figured by the accent. What division do you compete in?
What's it? Sorry.
What division do you compete in? Like bodybuilding wise, are you men's physique, classic, bodybuilding? What do you compete in?
It was classic last year. You're
big as hell, bro. How you gonna make the weight limit for classic? You're for sure an open bodybuilder, bro.
108 pounds.
Damn. All right. Yeah, I mean, of course he has an accent, guys. From the UK. Come on now. But all right. Is this your first time going live, bro? Do you ever go live on TikTok at all? I don't think I've seen you on there. This is your first time, bro. Your fans are gonna get to interact with you. All right. Let me figure out how to get all these questions up here. Let me put that there. We're good. All right, guys. You guys are welcome. Just restart it. So if you guys already asked, ask it again. I missed most of them. So ask whatever. I got your guys' list of like 50 questions here. So I got a couple I want to go over. I took the question from your page as well, bro. All right. So we're going to skip the albino bodybuilding questions because I already know where that's going to go. But all right. Those are our friends right there. But all right. I'll start off the questions. All right. So one piece of fitness advice to the lifting community. So if you had to just give one advice to just the fitness community in general, what do you think it would be? And any aspect.
I'd say just stay true to yourself. I don't know, like stay in your own lane, because I've fell victim to that. You know, when you like compare yourself to everyone else.
Yeah. Especially in bodybuilding, because then you start comparing your physique to someone else's. Then you want to take the drugs they're taking. Then you want, I respect that. No, for sure. I would definitely say something similar to what he said. On top of that, guys, I would definitely, I mean, I know this sounds kind of dumb, but sometimes I encourage people to get like a personal trainer or like a coach. It doesn't have to be me. You can get whoever you want. But get a personal trainer or coach and just have someone teach you. I wasted so many years of my life just not knowing what I was doing. I was in the gym just curling shit. I had no plan, no structure. I was eating anything. So like he's saying stay in your lane. That's great. Tip 2, I'm saying, you may want to have someone help you, whether it's in person or online, whatever. So think it's something useful. Okay, the beard's majestic. Damn, bro. I can't grow a beard, man. I grow this like homeless little stubble and then I just shave it off because it looks stupid. So
man, I never grew.
Yeah, of course not, bro. Of course not. What's it called? Have you ever had the tr3n cough? I personally have not. No.
Yeah, I've had it a few times. Last year, especially.
Must have been some good tr3n, bro. How long did it last for?
I tell you, it's literally, I'd say like 15 seconds after you've pinned it, but
Yeah, yeah.
not every time. I think it's like, I don't know, it is nasty.
Do you do what do you pin at? Do you do delts, quads, glutes? What do you pin at?
I do delts,
Delts.
but I rotate it around.
Okay, yeah. A lot of my friends who do get the tr3n cough, they typically get it from when they do their quads. Anywhere where there's like a bunch of like blood vessels or anything in the way. I mean, they're everywhere, but like your delts and glutes, there's a less likely chance of less likelihood of you getting it. But
Yeah.
all right, next question for you. Do you use powdered carbs? Do you feel they're necessary? Do you do any kind of like intra-workout shake, like powdered carbs or anything, or do you?
Yeah, I take cyclic dextrin, and I've also used multidextrin as well.
Okay. Yeah.
A little bit. It's like everything. I mean, I
Do you
wouldn't say you need
do you do that when you're cutting and bulking, or just when you're bulking?
just when I'm bulking.
Okay, yeah, same here, guys. For me, when I'm doing powdered carbs, I use the glycogen or whatever I have on hand by Targo. But I do it when I'm bulking. So you never want to go catabolic. You always want to have your body feeding off of nutrients. So doing something like a PeptiPro, pre-digested protein, or a fast-acting powdered carb intra-workout is amazing. You'll see great results and put on a bunch of calories. So it's great. Works well. Okay. For the times you took tr3n, what would you say the worst side effect you ever got was? I could think of something personally, but I'll let you go first.
Uh,
Oh man.
I don't know. It depends. Like maybe the night sweats and not sleeping, maybe.
Yeah.
But I've had a few side effects from it.
Yeah, I'd say I'm a pretty calm person, man. I'm very calm. It would take a lot to upset me, or it takes a lot to make me mad. But tr3n, bro, your temper's like it's quick. You know, you get mad. But night sweats, anger, night sweats. I'd say that's it, man. I never really had side effects from anything, honestly. Like obviously, like the aggression's cool, and as long as you control it, it's fine. But yeah, like when people say that they like take tr3n and go beat their girlfriend, like that's not common. Like that doesn't happen. I mean, it does, but you get what I'm saying.
Depends on the person as well. It's
Yeah.
like I'm chilled out all the time, so nothing really like
Yeah. Would you
pisses me.
do you believe when people say that it amplifies whatever personality you have?
I don't know.
So
It's
if like
hard for
you
me
were, so if you were like addict to people, you'd be like a super addict to people. If you were like calm, then you're super calm. Do you agree with that?
I think if you're an arsehole anyway, you're just gonna be in that big.
Yeah, definitely amplifies it. All right, Cody, your face looking hella slim. I hit a new low today, guys. 206 pounds. We're going. Road to 5% body fat. It's coming. It sucks. Don't do it unless you want. It sucks, but I kind of like it now. All right. So, any advice on how to break a fat loss plateau? Has there been a time where like your weight just stalled on the scale, and then what did you do to break past it? Ooh.
During like prep, I never really had that. I think you have time where you need a refeed day,
Yeah.
or it's a matter of putting in more cardio or dropping the food down, or even swapping food around. But I've never really struggled to get the weight off.
Between the two, what would you say has worked better for you? When you hit a weight loss plateau, do you typically up the food or do you bring it down? What is your first reaction to do that? I mean, I'm sure your coach does it for you, but if you decide to stay on your own, do you typically raise the food or drop it when your weight plateaus?
It was normally upping the food for me worked.
Yeah, same
Like,
here. That's usually my opinion as well.
like would shoot right back down again, but
What do you weigh on stage? And
stage
your height?
in pounds, I was 180 pounds. 62.
Bro, did you put like 50 pounds on? You look way bigger than 180 pounds on stage. What do you say you were now?
278 pounds now.
Okay, so you went from 180 pounds to 278.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it came from after that prep as well.
Yeah. Damn, bro.
But the reason crazy.
Yeah, so I'm 206 now. I'm gonna cut to about 195 and just absolutely shredded. Then I'm gonna bulk up to about 245. See if I can compete late 2021. So that's my actual goal. But yeah, I can tell, bro, because your fucking traps are like this, sitting there like this. Opinions on decline press. Do you do decline press at all or no?
No, I do dips, but I've never done decline press actually for me.
Yeah, nah, I mean, I don't do it either, guys. The only thing I would do, I always do, I don't know what you guys would call it in your country. I don't know if it's the same, but the decline hammer strength machines. So it's like a weird angle of decline. You lean back and you just press up. And, bro, it targets your whole chest, even though it's a decline machine. That's one of my favorites. But decline dumbbell or decline barbell, no, I don't do that now. So, I don't know. Either way, let's keep it going. All right. So it's a two-part question. We'll start with the first one. So advice on a first-time competitor. What would you say to someone who's going to compete for the first time?
Enjoy it, I think, and make the most of it.
Yeah.
Because it's go quick.
Yeah, I agree. So two things for me. One, do not how do I say it? Make sure you have enough time. Do not rush it. Make sure you have upwards of 12, 16, 20 weeks to get ready for a show. The worst thing you could do is be like, yo, I got 8 weeks to do the show, and they're not ready at all. You know, that a lot of people contact me, man, for coaching. And like, I typically take a lot of regular people. That's fine. But when it comes to competing, I'm super, super picky because they'll be like, yo, I can only afford 8 weeks. And they're like 25% body fat. I'm like, what am I going to do with that, bro? Like, it's impossible. So yeah, number one is like, obviously probably have a coach, or you better know a lot if you can do it on your own. Get ready early. And yeah, like you said, have fun with it. Like it's a very expensive sport, but it's, I don't know, I like it. It's fun.
Because fuck as well.
All right. Okay, this is part two of their question. How do you build stage confidence? Like, how do you increase your stage presence? Like showing how good you are to everybody else on stage.
For me, that came when I was actually on stage.
Okay. Were you good your first show, or were you like super anxiety and everything?
Yeah, I'm not the most confident person at all.
Okay. Yeah. The stage just made it worse.
But I don't know. It came to me on the actual day, like when I was up, and then I probably could have been a better with posing, maybe. Like, because I think stage presence goes quite a long way. If you're quite shy, it's going to show on stage.
And you got to remember too, it's like men's physique is kind of like you're standing there. Like obviously you're posing a little bit, but it's not like what you were doing. Classic and bodybuilding and above is like an actual routine. So you can't fake it. You know, like men's physique, you can kind of get away with hiding some stuff. But classic, like if your butt cheeks aren't shredded, you know, if your obliques aren't shredded, you can't hide that. You know, it's over. But
Stage on that day.
Yeah. Confidence wise though, I would say you got to practice, man. Like the biggest mistake I made that I know that I messed up super bad and I didn't listen to my coach, which I should have, was you obviously want to pose in the mirror to learn like your body, you know, learn everything and see yourself. But when it comes to like 4 weeks out, you want to stop posing in a mirror. So then like, you know what it's like when you're on stage. So like I only posed in a mirror. And then when I got on stage and there was no mirror, bro, I didn't even know where I was. Like I couldn't tell like where my body was lined up. I couldn't tell if I was flexing. And like, I still got fifth, but I mean, I got smoked. So I don't know. That's my best advice. All right. All right. If you didn't have a coach, what would be the best way to figure out your macros?
It's down to the individual, I guess.
Yeah. You could probably do like a macronutrient counter online, like some sort of free counter.
You can kind of get a rough sort of guide from it.
Yeah, they're not super accurate though, because sometimes like for you, do you do carb cycle, or do you do like a steady amount of calories per day? Steady amount of macros per day, or does it switch like high day, low day? What do you do?
Steady amount. My rest days don't have as much carbs as I do on training days.
Okay. Gotcha.
And if I'm having too much, so you get that point when you know you're not as sensitive to it, then I'll bring it down for a couple of days or to a week or something.
Yeah. I tried both. I mean, they both have their benefit. I like either doing steady or carb cycle, and I feel like they both have their pros and cons, but that's a long conversation to talk about. One thing I wanted to say too, obviously thank you for getting on, you know, my little like talk show thing, but guys, remember like where he's at, it's 2 a.m. right now. So he committed to like, it's 7 p.m. here, but it's 2 a.m. there. So like he committed to hopping on at 2 a.m. So I just want to say thank you for that. Forgot to mention that earlier. All right. Should someone go to their first show natural? Yes or no?
I think if you're natural anyway, and that's the road you want to go down, then yeah, I will do it.
Yeah.
How do I say this?
I probably wouldn't have like high expectations going into like is it still NPC where you're, or is it called something else? Like the untested like league to turn pros. Is it still NPC?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's worldwide. Yeah. So if your goal is to win in the NPC and like potentially get to like nationals and stuff, like it's quite hard to be natural, you know, like not everybody has that top 1% genetics. Like some do, you know, not everybody, you know, but yeah, I would
Yeah.
for sure. All right. It came back, right? I'm good. You can hear me?
Yeah, but
Okay. Pretty sure. My bad. All right. Moving on here. And then remember, guys, anybody in the chat, you guys can ask me whatever you want or ask us whatever you want. Feel free to drop whatever comments you got. All right. How much creatine do you take per day? Do you change the amount when bulking versus cutting?
I didn't use it while I cut. I never have.
Okay.
I've only ever used, I think it's like 5 grams just pre-workout, and sometimes I'll split it between pre and then post maybe.
Yeah. So it's not something that's like your main priority. You don't take like 10, 15 grams per day. You never did?
No.
All right. Yeah. For me, man, I don't creatine has its benefits, but I mean, if you're on gear, guys, like you don't really need a whole lot of extra supplements. Like obviously when you're on gear, your body does have the ability to kind of suck up nutrients, suck up, you know, whatever you're putting in your body at a faster rate. But as a whole, like I personally do off season, I do 5 grams pre-workout, 5 grams post-workout. When I'm in prep, I only do it the first half. So typically like 16 weeks out to 8 weeks out to really hold on to as much strength as I can. But then I cut it after that. But that's just my opinion. You know, it's not magic, you know?
Yeah.
All right. What's a good starting dose for Rad 140? Man, it's not even that I don't want to answer that. It's just I don't like SARMs, man. Like there's Rad 140 will literally just boost your strength. I promise you're not going to get much out of it. So I'm not telling you to go hop on gear, but I mean, I'd feel much safer using testosterone than I would Rad 140 from all these labs, guys. I promise you. But what do you think, man? SARMs or no?
I don't like SARMs personally.
Have you tried them, or you just don't like the science behind them?
I've never tried them, and they've been around long enough, I think, to know the long-term effects of it. And I've never even actually researched into SARMs, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, man. Like you don't need to. I mean, I've tried them, guys. I've tried SARMs. I've tried a couple of them. I've tried all of them. Honestly, I tried everything at one point to try it for scientific reasons. But like, man, it's so I got nothing out of it. First off, except bad blood work. Like you could run testosterone, get tons of gains, good libido, good recovery, good everything, and then you run like Rad 140, and then you get acne, then you get this side effect, then you get this side effect. You're like, bro, it costs double the amount. It's more toxic than injectable testosterone. Like I don't understand. Like I get it, it's easily available, but like I don't see the benefit personally. But
I think it's like a trend at the minute, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Did you have pro hormones back when you were like a teenager, like in that age? I don't know how old you are. I forgot to ask that. How old are you?
Well, I'm 27.
Okay. So you're older than me. So yeah, like 5-6 years ago, even like 7 years ago. Do you remember they had pro hormones? Were those there?
Yeah, I remember them.
When we were in high school, we had pro hormones. Like that was like their version of SARMs. They were so easily available. They were at stores, super toxic, killed your liver and everything like that. And then now SARMs are replacing that. So like they advertise them as like this safe thing. And they absolutely destroy your liver, kidneys, blood pressure, anything you can imagine, bro. And like you get no gains. Doesn't make any sense to me. But all right, were you educated on your first cycle?
No, not at all.
You just winged it.
Yeah, I mean, just like get the typical gym brew.
Nice.
Sort of
you did injectable. You did SARM or not SARM, but pro hormones, or what'd you do?
I've done Dianabol. I wouldn't even class it as a cycle, if I'm honest.
Oh, you just straight up popped a D-ball? Nice.
This is something that I heard of.
Yeah.
And I was already in that mind. I wanted to like try it.
Yeah.
You get a good amount of decent gains from it, but
did it crash down after? Like you put on like 20 pounds of water weight and then you come off and it's shut off?
I blew up.
Yeah. Happens all the time. I would say the same thing for me, guys. The first thing I took was M-Stem. It's a pro hormone. Put on like 10 pounds, but like I came off and it shrunk. I was like,
Yeah.
what was the point? Like, why did I damage my liver for that? All right. What does it feel like going through your TikTok journey and being well known to a lot of people? Did you think it would turn out like this when you started? I don't know if that's referring to me or you, but we'll assume it's referring to you.
I only ever started it as a one. Because I think they like shut all the gyms down as when I started it.
Yeah, everybody had hella free time. Do
And
you get noticed in out in public? Like when you go places, are people like, yo, I saw your TikTok, yo, I saw this. Do people recognize you?
It's just in gyms mainly
Yeah.
at the minute. But I find it weird.
You can't accept that you're finally a celebrity, bro. You can't accept it.
I don't know. Even now, I don't understand why people would follow my shit.
Hey, you never know, bro. I mean, I remember I saw yours. Once I saw the Tr3n series when it was like day 1 on Tr3n, day 2, and I started bawling, bro. I was cracking up. She was hella funny.
What made me do that?
Bro, when you're locked down, bro, your brain goes crazy. You got to do something. You know, you got to do something to be entertained.
More, and then I didn't actually see anyone doing stuff about it, and I didn't think anyone would even click onto it.
Yeah, and then it just kept growing and growing. Now you're at 50K now.
Yeah, close to 50K. I think I'm like a couple off.
It's coming soon, bro. It's coming soon. All right. My dog just got neutered, and I gave him SARMs instead of his meds. What do I do? I don't know. Probably just kiss your dog goodbye. Buy a new one at that point.
Okay.
All right. When we stop off it. Okay. All right. Okay. What motivates you in the gym? Like, what motivated you to want to compete, or what motivates you to continue following your fitness journey?
I always wanted to be big, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel that. Definitely feel
Typical backstory, being picked on, bullied. Kind of what I know I wanted to make a change, and that's kind of where I first went. And then my dad gave me a couple of old bodybuilder magazines, and just the look of it, fucking hell. Like,
you're like, I want to look like Arnold and everything.
Yeah. All the posters on my, all that.
What age did you start training at? Did you start training at like 14, 15, or did you start training at like 20?
Yeah, 14, 15.
Oh, wow.
But it was nothing like how it is now, what I know now. Like training at home, bench and some dumbbells.
Definitely. Okay. All right. What would you recommend for a first cycle? How would I go about getting what I need? So I can answer the first part, but you can't answer sourcing questions, as that is illegal because it is an illegal, compound. But in terms of suggesting your first cycle, typically testosterone, anywhere between, I don't want to say 500, but 300 to 400. If you can't make gains on 300 to 400 milligrams of just test site or test D, then you're doing something wrong. But yeah, typically 12 weeks, and then make sure you have your PCT and everything. But if you want to learn more about that, I'd probably go read my anabolic book. I have everything you could possibly imagine, all written out for you to learn. But what do you think? What's a fair first cycle, assuming they're past 21?
I think you can start on test.
Yeah.
I never like giving too much advice on it, because I never like the idea of, I don't want anyone to like think they have to take it.
I agree. I try to make it as specific as possible. I try to tell people, like, if you hop on it, there's a high chance you can't come off. Like there's a very high chance that you will be stuck on TRT, which is fine. But
and that's when I first started. I knew what was going to happen later on. I knew I'd probably be on TRT.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, guys, I promise you, I've met hundreds of bodybuilders of all different levels, and I promise you, none of them ever ran one cycle. No one ever did one cycle. I'm done. It never happened. I promise you, it doesn't happen. So, like, once you do it once, bro, it is still a drug. You can still be addicted to that drug the same way as any other drug, alcohol, whatever. You can get addicted to it. It's just different. It's just a different type of drug, different category.
I think you get addicted to the feeling of it.
Yeah.
Because when you feel amazing sometimes, but
and then you feel like shit when you come off. Yeah, definitely. Is anabolics legal in the UK? Is it legal there, or is it not illegal?
It's legal to take, but it's illegal to sell, which I've never understood that, but it is legal. You can
that's the same rule here. Like you can take it, but you can't. You know, I
you know,
don't know. All right, can you run TRT for years straight? I mean, if you're on TRT, chances are you're on it for life. If you run anything for years on end, your natural testosterone levels are going to plummet. There's a very, very minimal chance your natural levels are going to come back. So if you're on TRT, let's just say even 1 year straight, your test levels probably aren't going to come back higher than 300 or 400. You're going to be stuck at that low to average, or average to low, whatever you want to call it, like forever. You know, like there's no fixing it. So either get on TRT or like don't do it. You know, there's no in between, right? All right. Has official muscle ever had any negative experiences with gear?
not really, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Do you get blood work done pretty often and you do all that?
Yeah, when I come off, I sort of let myself 3-4 weeks after being off.
You,
I'll get blood work, see where I'm at, and then go from there.
you donate. You donate blood too?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. At least you know what you're doing, bro. All right, Cody. Have you always been addicted? Addicted to what, bro? I ain't no damn addict, bro. What? All right. Is it easier to get nasty pumps when enhanced? Yes, very much so. Yeah.
First things I noticed.
Yeah, that's the first. Your body produces more red blood cells. For you don't know. For the people who don't know what that is, your body pretty much produces more blood. When you have more blood, how do I say it? You get a pump easier. You know, your body has more blood readily available. However, if you do not donate blood when you're cycling or when you come off, you have all this extra blood, which is going to eventually raise your blood pressure. It can increase the likelihood of getting a blood clot. All these bad things can happen from having too much blood, which can also happen to natural people. If you're natural and you always work out, or you've been an athlete your entire life, your body naturally produces more red blood cells, and you may need to donate blood at some point. So, yeah, guess all I had to say about that. I do not know who Slank is on TikTok now. Blood work is not free unless you have insurance. If you're paying out of pocket, I'm talking about for America. I know you're not from America, but in the United States, it's typically $70 upwards to $150 in there. I don't know what it is for you, but
yeah, it's around that same sort of price. It depends where you go. I mean,
but yeah, there's a million different types of blood work, guys. Like that's why I encourage people just to go get blood work once. Just go once a year. If you're enhanced, then you need to do it multiple times a year. But if you're natural, just go once. You know, make sure that you don't have any underlying health conditions because you could catch it really easy. You know. All right, can you don't cough a little? I didn't take it up. Jesus Christ. All right. What advice would you give someone who's a teenager who has a skinny, fat physique? Should he bulk first or should he cut first? Like he's skinny, like little arm, but he has like a pot belly.
I think when you first start, you can always get away with neither because you're going to burn fat and gain muscle.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd probably build a little bit of a shape first and a bit of foundation, and then do a little cut and then go up again, I think.
Yeah. I don't, if someone's super skinny, guys, like just because they're skinny and have a big belly doesn't always mean that like they need to cut, guys. Like they can just work out, build muscle, and the more lean muscle you build, the more calories you naturally burn on your own per day. So like sometimes I do tell people to go bulk first. They don't have to get fat, you know, they have to get super fat, but like they do need to put on a little bit of weight to build muscle. Yeah. I meant natural. I am not natural. No, I do not claim natural. Natural right now. All right. Is it bad I'm cutting and not eating around 20 grams of fat per day? How much are you getting in per day? Like under 20? Like 20 is low, man. That's not very much fat. This is a good question. Let's see this one, bro. Do you believe in main gaining? Have you heard that term before?
I never heard that.
Because it doesn't exist, bro. That's why. See, guys, it doesn't even exist. You don't even know what it is. Told you. It's not a real thing. All right. Okay. Do you ever use salmon? Or do you ever eat salmon? If so, in the off season or like bulking, cutting?
No, I hate it.
You don't like salmon?
If my coach put it in, I would eat it, but
yeah.
Out of choice, I wouldn't eat it. If it's just my personal opinion, I don't like it.
Do you do red meat at all?
Yeah, I do at the minute.
What do you steak, ground beef? What's your go-to?
Yeah, I switch between the two.
All right. Oh, what do we got here? Oh yeah, man. I don't like going under 30 grams of fat. 30 grams of fat is like my lower end. Unless you're competing and like you have to suffer. If you're not, then why would you do that low? But do you take more tr3n on Halloween so you could be more scary? That's a good question, bro. It's a good question that we're both probably not going to answer. Trap guy. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. I mean, we already know the answer to this question, but I wrote it down because I thought it would be funny. But do you feel that SARMs are safer than steroids, like regular anabolics?
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, I agree.
Information that's out there about anabolics versus, and yeah, the whole SARMs thing, it blows my mind. I mean, I don't know. It's like 90% of my comments.
It is. Well, it's because TikTok has so many people under 21 that like they're scared of needles. So like, if you're scared of a needle, man, then you don't need to be touching any hormones. Like just because it's oral does not mean it is more safe. It's usually the exact opposite of that, But no, I don't believe SARMs are more healthy or more safer than anabolics. Absolutely not. It's like comparing so let's say there's been a lot of SARM research the last 5 to 7 years. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of research on certain things, but it's done on rats, not humans. Now, testosterone, DECA, maybe not tr3n, but the main compounds have been done research for decades, multiple decades on humans. So we know what to expect, how to fix it, everything like that. So you can't compare the two. They're not even in the same league, which is, that's all I guess I have to say about that. Pre-workout addiction. What's the best way to? Because sometimes I rely on that much. What do you take pre-workout?
Yeah, now and again when I feel I need it.
Okay. Have you ever tried a non-stim pre-workout? The ones with no stim, just straight pump, or do you ever mix it?
I'm on cycle. I'd normally go towards the non-stim.
Yeah. You don't want to use pre-workout when you're on cycle, bro. Your blood pressure just spikes
the heart
rapidly.
Kind of under a lot of pressure anyway.
Yeah. Do you have a blood pressure cup at home, like a blood pressure reader?
I haven't, but there's one in the gym I go to.
They really have them at the gym? That's smart. All right. In contest prep, is your sex drive even there? For me personally, no. Once I get about 2 weeks, 3, 4, let's say 3 weeks out, bro, it's gone. Nothing interests you.
Yeah, same as me. 2 or 3 weeks out, the leading up to it, it's like through the.
And it's not that you can't perform the act. It's that you don't want to. It's like you don't even have the desire to do it. It could be the most attractive chick in the world. You're like, nah, I'm cool. I'm chilling.
2 weeks out, that's gone.
Yeah, but it also comes from the fact that there's so many estrogen blockers. Your body fat percentage is very, very low, and that sometimes you cut testosterone, and like that, then you're empty, bro. You're an empty shell. All right, Cody, when do you think you'll be around 7% body fat? The way I'm dropping now, guys, I switched something up. I just want to try a new, I wouldn't say a protocol because I'm not using drugs, but like I just want to switch something up, and it's been working really well. So if I can continue dropping a pound and a half per week, I'll be at 7% in no time. Maybe 2 weeks or less. All right. If I snort pre and I start to taste colors and sound waves, should I be concerned? Probably, yeah.
It's probably too late.
Yeah. Do you dry scoop the pre-workout, or do you drink it?
I drink it. I have dry scooped it, but fuck up.
You saw my horse story. You're like, fuck that. I'm going to start drinking it.
It's again why you'd want to do that.
It's a fad, bro. Same with SARMs. It's a trendy thing to do, All right. What would you say is the most alpha compound exercise? So when you think of one exercise, what is the most alpha? What stands out to you more than anything else? Let me hit this protein shake while you answer that.
Maybe deadlifts, or a form of deadlifts, I would say, for like all round, because you're going to use multiple muscles for deadlifts, I think.
Yep. Sorry, people. I'm back. Can't skip the meals. We got chest day after this. We're good. All right. But I forgot what the question is. Oh, alpha compound exercise. Yeah, I'd probably say the deadlift. Because like obviously the squat is cool, the bench is cool, but I feel like if you have like 5 or 6 plates on there, the entire gym is gonna stop and look at you. You know, like no one's gonna really care for school. They might care, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know. All right. Can you take an estrogen blocker without taking anything else? No, you would just crash your estrogen. You would immediately notice. Probably you'd have like a erectile dysfunction. That's probably one of the first thing you notice. Yeah. For women though, bikini competitors or whatever class, they typically take a small dose of estrogen blocker, and it does dry them out. It makes them drop some water and it makes them harden up. So for men, I don't know why you would. Women, it can work. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you maintain 8% body fat year round? Probably not.
Unless you're a freak, but
yeah, it wouldn't be fun, guys. Because even now, like I'm slowly dropping down, and when I get to a point I'm happy, I could probably do 40 minutes of cardio once a day instead of twice and maintain it. But like I'd have to continue doing all that cardio to hold that like 5-7%, and like it sucks. Like no one wants to do that. Your diet was still to be clean. The second you pound carbs, your body's going to shoot back up. So I think you can maintain about a 10 to 12 really, really comfortably with ease. But anything single digit, it's tough. If you have muscle though, it doesn't count when you're skinny, you know? All right. Do you flat barbell bench press?
no.
What is your go-to for chest? Do you do machines or dumbbells?
Dumbbells. The only there is incline, but I've only recently just put that in.
Any particular reason you don't like flat barbell?
Just for the injury factor. Like I don't know. For me, I don't get much out of flat bench.
Yeah.
I did when I first started, but my chest is silly anyway. Like
Yeah.
I just mention it just grows.
That's exactly what I would say, man. Because a lot of people, I usually get a lot of heat from powerlifters, and they're like, "Well, look at my chest, blah blah." It's like, I mean, it doesn't count when you're like 50% body fat, bro. That's not doesn't count. Like if you want to build a high quality upper chest or like a chest that pops when you're leaner, you do need to do the machines. You do need to do dumbbells. I'm not saying you can't do barbell, but it shouldn't be your main focus. No, absolutely not. All right. How much can you expect to pay for your cycle? Oh man, depends what you're running.
It depends how far you want to take it.
Yeah, I would say as long as you're not using a growth hormone is going to cost you thousands. Just cross that out. Assuming you're not using that, just the standard 16-week show prep cycle could run you up to like 1,000 to 2,000. You know, it wouldn't be unlikely to be somewhere in that range. Yeah, it's not cheap, guys.
It comes with it as well.
Yep.
So.
All right. Serious question. The protein to an hour after a lift, is that serious window 8 or 9? Okay. Yeah. Do you believe in the anabolic window? Do you eat within like 20 minutes post training, or do you just kind of just do whatever?
I wouldn't believe it, but I have my intra workout. I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah. So because I have my intra, I'm never in a rush to eat. I have a shake when I get home, and then I'll eat like or after that. But I wouldn't say it's not important, that window, but
yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely somewhere in between. Like, so the real science behind it, guys, their anabolic window, it is real, but it's not real. What I mean by that is that your anabolic window, meaning like that hour to 2 hour window post workout, heavily depends on what your pre-workout meal was, how soon it was before your training, what kind of meal it was, and then your intra workout. Did you use BCAAs? Did you use a fast acting carb? Did you use some sort of fast acting pre-digested protein? So those two factors, pre and intra, are going to dictate how long you have to wait after your workout to eat. Because if you had a really great, steak, potato, whatever meal, 2 hours pre-training, and then you train, you're not going to have to eat for like 2 hours. Like it's going to take so long to digest. Versus if you had like a shake, like 4 hours before your training, then you train, then yeah, you're going to immediately need to have something post-workout because it's been so long since you ate. So it's like the window is real, but it's not real. It depends on what your other meals were, if that makes sense. So that's I wanted to try and explain that to you guys. All right. Can I use MK as a PCT, then stop taking after RAD? Is that MK as in like Ostarine, or MK as in MK677 as in like the growth hormone secretagogue? Either way, guys, how I would say it is when you're on PCT, do not use any other factors in your PCT. Stick with your PCT. Do not try and use other things from the outside. You do not need hormonal imbalances with your growth hormone. Then your testosterone's up here and your estrogen's here. Like don't mix things. Like do your cycle, PCT, and that's it. Like, don't mix shit together, right? What do you think?
I'm on you on that.
Same shit. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Best foods to replenish glycogen. I assume post-workout. You just use food post-workout? Do you ever use carbs or anything? You just straight up have like a shake and like some rice or something?
Yeah, normally rice or bowl of Cocoa Pop, something like that with my whey.
Yeah.
That's the spot for me.
Yeah. See, that's fine, guys. Like, the only thing I don't like about gummy bears is, like, I have nothing against them for the fact that, yes, it can replenish your glycogen, but it's the reason that people say it. They're the reason they use it. They're like, yo, I'm taking these gummy bears post-workout to spike my insulin. When you want your body to do the exact opposite, you want to drop your insulin and make your body more sensitive. So I don't know where this like sugar post-workout thing came from. I mean, I know where it came from. It came from Jim Stepani's study done like 21 years ago or 15 years ago, which is outdated. But yeah, post-workout when I'm bulking, guys, then yeah, I think a protein shake and like a quality cereal that you enjoy is awesome. That's fine. But if you're cutting, then maybe a protein shake and some powdered carbs, or like some white rice, something simple. Yeah, both those are cool. All right. Ask your question again, bro. All right. Eat country. What happens to someone on cycle and doesn't? Okay. What happens when someone is on cycle and doesn't stop? I mean,
depends what you're on.
Yeah, I guess I depends what you're on, but I mean, like,
it just crash and you'd lose. You wouldn't get the benefits out of it after a certain while.
I think a lot of people don't understand how like cycling works, hormones work. Because guys, this is why bodybuilders switch compounds so often. Like, they may switch compounds every 6-8 weeks. They don't use like test and deca for like 5 months. They may use test and deca like 9 or 10 weeks, and then swap to EQ, swap to this. So similar to any drug, similar to anything, your body builds a tolerance very rapidly, actually. So you can't just take the same drug forever and like expect it to work. It wouldn't. You'd just be harming yourself with no benefits. It wouldn't make any sense. All right. Can't answer your cycle question because you just physically said you're in high school. That would be very unwise of me to answer that. Cream of rice and premium. Yeah. Have you ever tried cream of rice? Like, instead of oatmeal, you try cream of rice? You like that?
I do and I don't. I mean, I eat food just to fucking eat. If I need to eat it, I will eat it. I don't really like it though, if I'm honest. But normally post-workout, I'll have it, or pre-workout, just something nice and light. I don't mind it.
I think it depends what I'm doing. Like, yeah, that makes sense. If I'm cutting and I don't get many carbs, I'll eat anything. I don't care what it is. Like, everything looks good. When I'm bulking, I get to choose, then yeah, I probably wouldn't be like, yo, pass me that cream of rice. Like, it wouldn't happen, you know? Like, it's not like go have a Rice Krispie treat or something, you know? What is the safest steroid? I mean, there's no safe SOM, so I would say just testosterone. It's common. At least it's prescribed to you. It's proven for numerous decades. Have you ever tried BPC 157 or TB 500? Do you know what those are? So they're healing peptides. So I don't want to go too deep into it because I know people use them a lot. They do work, and they do work really rapidly. This is typically why a lot of, like, how do I say it? Your favorite football, baseball, basketball player, they get hurt and they tear like an ACL, and they should be out like 9 months, and they magically come back in 4, and you're like, whoa, how did he do that? They're like, oh, genetics. Like, no, they were running TB 500. They were running BPC 157 healing peptides because it heals your injuries so fast. It has no anabolic effect. It doesn't make you grow. It doesn't do anything. It just heals certain parts of your body faster. So it does work. That's all I can say. All right, let's go on. Mr. tr3n liked my video a couple weeks ago. Couldn't explain how I said. Damn, bro, they're juiced to like the video, bro. Do you ever get that? Like, you comment on someone's video and they're like all gassed up. They're like, you comment, they're all juiced.
Yeah, I've had it a couple of times. I don't get it. I'm no one special.
You gotta remember that, man. Like, you may not see yourself as someone special. I mean, I don't either. But I mean, I have 100,000 followers, and I don't think I'm like popular or anything. Like, maybe in the coaching community or like in my area, yeah. But like, unless you're like a movie star, like you're up here in the world stars, you know, sometimes I don't feel like you're famous, you know.
I don't know. I still don't understand why people follow me, but
you're famous, bro. Accept it. Take it. All right. What's the safest steroid besides? There's not many steroids that are safe. Like test, guys. Test is like the go-to. Deca is super toxic to your blood vessels. tr3n's going to kill you. Like, Anabar is still liver toxic, and it has been shown to be liver toxic, no matter who wants to say it's not. So, like, it's up there, man. I don't know. Have you ever tried MK677, the growth hormone secretagogue?
Only because,
You want to eat more?
how do I say that? I never had a trouble with my appetite, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. So I never really needed it. And for the growth hormone side of it, I take growth anyway.
Yeah, you just take real growth hormone, right? Like something that actually works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't take either of them. I mean, at least not right now. But if I was going to, I would take real growth hormone. I would not waste money on this. That's a fake growth hormone. It's a fake secretagogue. Like, yeah, it sends pulses of IGF-1 or however you want to say it through your body for a certain amount of time. But like, the only effect I personally saw was I was more hungry. Like that's all.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like put on 20 pounds of muscle. If you take real growth hormone and you're on that for like 4, 5, 6 months, you're gonna put on some muscle. It's gonna happen. You know, and like it's keepable. It's not like steroids. It's different.
And it has the same as well. Like, I'm hungry as fuck when I'm on growth hormone.
Is yours a farm or are you using generic?
It's a bit of both. If that makes sense.
It's a pharma generic.
Yeah.
All right. What's the comparison of that Austrian which helps osteoporosis? I have no idea. Dotson Ride 140. Not a fan. How do you know your genetic limit without with PDs? I'd probably say that. What, you don't hit your genetic? It'd probably be like 7 years or so, 7 to 10 years before you hit your genetic limit. Like I'm talking about your real genetic limit, you know, and that's like 7 to 10 years of training your ass off, like under a coach, under pro training. Like that's like 7 to 10 years, you know. But I don't know. I guess that's all I really have to say. Okay, best age experience muscle gain. Did you gain muscle pretty quick as a teenager, like 16 to 19 or anything?
Yeah, I packed on fairly quick, I guess, for age. It was mainly because of how I was training. And I had an old guy in the gym. He must have been 70 when I first started. He'd sort of just took me under his wing and just got it into my head to get used to the compounds and get strong as fuck on the compounds.
Yeah.
And I don't mean this, but a lot of people trying to reinvent the wheel with training, if you know what I mean, trying to like...
Literally. They try to do some funky-ass exercises that they saw on Instagram. See it all the time, bro.
Doing mad shit.
Do you watch Regan Grimes? Do you follow him at all? You know what I'm talking about? So, like, awesome physique, way better than our physiques, obviously. But, bro, he does the funkiest workouts. I'm like, why? Like, he looks so sick. I bet if he, like, put all that effort into regular training, like, he'd look even better, right? Like, it does, I don't understand.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right. Do you have to cycle test, and how much muscle could you put on there's no way to answer that. There's no way to know how much muscle you put on. It would stop working at some point. Or you'd have a blood clot from all the extra red blood cells. But all right. But you do have to cycle unless you're on TRT. So you're saying pro hormones or what? What about pro hormones? Maybe I missed the first part of your question. All right. What are the effects of GH on your stomach and that whole blood? Okay. I think they're asking about like the when people say that like growth hormone gives you that like GH gut, which is a myth, of course. But yeah, you didn't notice that, right?
No, I think that comes... I think people forget how much food some of them guys are eating as well, and for how long they've been doing it. I think it can maybe a little bit, but you'd probably have to be using excessive amounts.
Yeah, so the average dose of growth hormone is typically about 4 IUs for actual muscle building purposes. And there's obviously different ways to use it. I'm not going to tell the specifics, but I'm just saying, just give them the number, about 4 IUs. Now, bodybuilders, when you get to the next level, I'm talking about classic and above or 212 and above, they are using upwards of 8 to 10, 8 to 12. And that's common, very, very common. So if you're putting on great muscle with 4 IUs and they're using 12, your brain's going to grow. You grow these little horns at the top of your head. You start growing freaking, your shoe size grows 5 sizes up. Like all these things grow, guys. Like I don't know why people don't think about these things when they're talking about MK. They're talking about growth hormone. Like your body grows. You're changing your genetics forever. They don't come back. You know, you're growing shit. And
I think even off growth, because it takes that long.
Yeah.
How am I going to say this? It works straight away, as you know.
Yeah.
But you don't see anything off of it for at least half a year, 5 months, in my opinion.
It takes a while.
you wouldn't notice anything. But I think if you were to do it for a month and your food and training was right, and then you came off, I think after a couple of months you would see that change.
Yeah.
In my
No,
opinion.
the only thing I want to say, guys, because I don't encourage growth hormone, there are a lot of downsides to it. Just because it's different than anabolic does not mean it's safe. If your mom or dad or whoever, your actual immediate family had some form of cancer, there's cancer that runs in your family, it will grow those cancer cells. You can unintentionally give yourself cancer. Say you were going to get cancer at 70. You can now give yourself cancer at 40. Like it's so rapid. It grows the cells so quick, the same way it grows your organs. So don't take things you don't know what they are, because
Yeah, you're diabetic as well if you're not careful.
Right? What age did you become unnatural?
Did it come unnatural?
18, 19, or were you like 20s?
About 21, I think.
Yeah, same. I think I was 20.
About 20, 21.
All right. Is it hard to go viral on Instagram and get a bunch of followers? Yeah, guys. TikTok, you can just have one stupid video and it can go viral. Everybody will know who you are immediately. Instagram, if you're not famous, you're probably not getting famous on Instagram. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. What do you think? It's tough, right?
Yeah, man. I've never understood Instagram, how it works. I don't even understand how TikTok works.
I don't know. All right. Can you take growth hormone? Yeah. If you guys take growth hormone and excessive doses for extended periods of time, yes, your feet will grow, your hands will grow, your fucking organs will. Everything grows. All parts of your body. I mean, there's certain things that it'd be cool if it grew, right? But like that's the only thing it'd be cool if it grew, right? That's about it. It's not cool to wear size 15 shoes, guys. It's not that great. I don't know the disease that Rich Piana had. Honestly, he probably died from recreational drugs far before he died from anabolics, if we're being honest. There is a huge difference between HGH and MK677. I don't really want to explain the long difference between that. It'll take a while. I got a couple more questions. I don't want to hold you here forever, man. I know it's going to be like 3 a.m. soon. So do you have like 10 minutes left?
Yeah, I'm cool, mate.
I didn't know if you were in a rush or not.
Nah, it's cool.
What advice would you give someone who's dieting right now for a show and they messed up and binged eat and they had like a bunch of cheat meals all day? What advice would you tell them for the next day?
Just get back on track.
Yep.
Yeah, back on track, and then just don't do it again. But yeah, just get back. Easily done. I never did slip up once, but I've always looked at food. I don't eat food for taste. I just eat for purpose. So,
if you do it long enough, man, that's what it's like. You're like you look at something like that has 50 grams of protein. That's got 25 grams of carbs. I'm gonna eat that. That's good, right?
It's the food. I just eat it because I know what it's doing. But I didn't slip up once. I don't think on prep. I was tempted.
Yeah.
But I never actually did because I just knew where I wanted to get. I wanted to make sure when I'm on stage that I gave everything I could, if that makes sense.
You can't blame the coach if you personally did not put everything you had into the prep. Like you can't blame the coach.
No.
All right, a legit SARM source. That'd be the same way as you asking me where to get steroids, guys. That would be highly illegal, and I would never advise that, especially when I do not approve of SARM use for anybody of any age. All right, how do you grow your bench press? I assume they mean flat barbell bench press. Any tips there?
As in strength, you mean, or?
I think they mean strength. I don't think they mean size, yeah.
Just progressive overload. Just as simple as that. I mean, I don't like flat bench, but it'd be the size. Just how do I say? And progressive overload, not just increasing the weight, but even the next week, if you do the same amount of weight, get the reps cleaner. And even if it's like half a kilo you're putting on, it's still progressive. So that's what I would say.
Same shit. Yeah. No, I would definitely say everything you said. And then on top of that, guys, like the biggest misconception I think people make is like when people want to put on mass, they keep training for strength. If you want to build strength, you don't always have to focus on hypertrophy. That's not everything. You're not trying to build a giant chest. That's not your goal if you're a powerlifter. Your goal is to build strength. So you would want to make sure you're staying in that rep range. So let's say rep range of 1 to 3 or 3 to 5. Like, you want to stay in that strength rep range. You don't need to be training 12, 15, 20 reps. It would make absolutely no sense for your particular goal. On top of that, you do want to strengthen your forearms, your rear delts, and sometimes your lats, anything that's pushing against the bench. But besides that, I really don't like flat barbell bench press very much. All right. Do you like if it fits your macros dieting? Have you ever done that or no?
I've never done it, if I'm honest. I think I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have like OCD when it comes to eating. So like I couldn't eat junk food just to eat it. Like it would have to be like a birthday or something where like, you know, it's an occasion. I wouldn't be like, yo, it's a Tuesday, I'm about to go pound this pizza. Like my brain won't let me do that, you know?
It's almost like an easy way out, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really see it. I think if you eat the food, you might as well eat the right food. In my opinion.
If you're obese, the one time I do agree with if it fits your macros, if you're like 300 plus pounds and you're super obese and you have no idea where to start, and maybe you need some junk food to help you, like half junk food, half clean, just to get you started, then sure, that might work for you. But if you're like legit in shape, I think you're being a bit lazy if you're doing if it fits your macros. If you're like actually advanced in bodybuilding, I think you're being lazy personally.
Yeah.
Is busting a nut gonna affect your gains?
I hope not.
Yeah, only if you do it before training. So save that for before bed, post workout, but don't do it before training, you know, or like, you know, a couple hours before or something. Was your family or your friends or whatever, did they approve of you competing? Like, were they just like, no, don't compete. That's, you know, stupid. That's not safe, anything like that. Or they just didn't care. I mean, I know you're an adult, but
I suppose a couple of family members were a little bit concerned just because of how you look in prep.
Yeah.
Like my face.
What about now, bro? You're about to be 300 pounds. I bet they're scared now.
Yeah, I mean,
oh man,
it's one of them things. No one really understands it. They just, but they're all supportive of it. It's what I do.
Yeah.
I think even if they didn't like it, they wouldn't really say anything.
That's true. I mean, they're not going to disown you, right? I mean, they might, but do you have the desire to turn pro? Is that like your actual goal? You want to be like, do you want to be like an Olympian, or you just want to be pro and just kind of just?
Yeah, go all the way.
You want to go all the way? All right.
Whether I get there or not is the one.
Yeah, you got to try, bro. Got to try. Don't get injured, okay? Because I lost my ticket last year, so now I got to build back up.
Yeah, touch wood. I've never had any injuries, so.
Knock on wood, bro.
Yeah.
Knock on something real quick. All right. How do people like Andre grow so much in their training? I mean, I don't know Andre personally. I mean, just because we have the same brand sponsor, I don't know him personally, but I would assume gear does have a role in it. It's his job, guys. Remember, he's a competitor, but he's still a fitness model. So you need to make sure that you're about 4 to 5, 6 weeks out. Look at all year round. Like, he's getting paid to look good. So you can't look like shit and then like have them be like, yo, you got a photo shoot for Evogen tomorrow. Like, it's not going to happen. He needs to look good year round. So that's typically what it is. Yeah. Okay. How many times do you have to do cardio for cutting? What's the most amount of cardio you had to do in prep?
I was doing 2 hours a day.
Hour in the morning, hour at night?
Yeah.
Shit sucks.
Yeah, fucking hate.
I'm doing 45 and 45 now, and it's like, bro, I don't even have a show. That's why I'm not motivated to do it. Like, when I have a deadline and I'm like, yes, I have 4 weeks, I can do this. When I don't, I'm like, why am I doing that? Oh man, are you British? No, you're not British, right?
Yeah, I'm from England. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. My bad. I need to work on my geography a bit. My bad.
I think if it means.
All right. How long do you typically feel that someone needs to bulk for? It's all case-to-case basis.
Yeah, if it depends on how what your program, what your goals are. Yeah, that's all I can really say. I mean, it depends on the individual. That's
it. Unless me or him know you personally, know what you look like, or know your goals. Do you want to compete next year? Do you want to go to open? Are you just a regular guy? Like, there's no way to answer how long a bulk should be. But I guess I would say no less than 3 or 4 months, right? Like, you're not going to have a 2-month bulk, right? It should be kind of, you know. Okay. Oh, we got some questions here. How would someone balance strength training and hypertrophy? or do you feel like they should just focus on one?
I'd just focus on one, in my opinion. I would.
Yeah, I'm similar to that. Not to say you can't do like, you know, chest day. You can go do like one exercise in like the 4 to 5 rep range, maybe to start off and get some strength. But the rest, if your goal is to grow, you need to be in the hypertrophy range after.
Yeah.
So I think power building is cool, but I don't think it has a place in trying to be the best bodybuilder you can. You know, I don't know. Cody, are you a lifetime natural? Maybe. I guess I could be if you want me to. All right, sure. No, he said he, okay. What's in between creatine monohydrate and probably the name? You know, monohydrate makes you hold more water weight. That's about it. All right. Okay, that's kind of a random question. I think it's kind of funny, but what is your go-to way of cooking your food? Do you have like a rice cooker and then like you cook in the pan? Do you boil it? What is your go-to for cooking?
Depends what it is. I mean, rice, I just do everything just normally. I don't have a rice cooker or anything like that. Just boiling water, shove it in.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds simple enough to me. Yeah, I mean, I do the same. I have a rice cooker. I literally just cook rice 10 minutes before this, bro. You put rice, water, push on. You got a tub of rice this big in 10 minutes. So like, I don't know. Think smarter, not harder. As a whole, do you feel that bodybuilders prefer dumbbells, barbells, or machines?
A bit of both.
A mixture of all of it, right? Some way or another.
Yeah, it just depends on the individual as well.
Yeah, I'd say it depends, guys. Like, it's whatever you like. Like, I love machines, so I'm always gonna focus a lot on machines. Then dumbbells are second. Barbell would be all the way down here on like my preference. Versus him, maybe he likes dumbbells more. You know, like it's preference, right? All right. If you had to give your number one favorite cheat meal in prep, what would it be?
My cheat meals it was basically the same food I was eating.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't have like a burger and fries or pizza or anything? You just straight said.
But I didn't enjoy it as much. On prep, obviously, it was nice, but
Okay.
just when you have like them extra carbs, it makes a difference.
Yeah, there was times, guys, where like I didn't want to have, like I just didn't like. I think I was like 4 weeks out. My coach was like, "Yo, go have a burger. Like we need to fill you out." And I was like, "Can I make it myself? Like I'm not trying to get food poisoning. You know, like I haven't eaten out in so long. I didn't want to risk it. You know, I didn't want to risk like getting a stomach, you know, any stomach issues. So honestly, a burger and fries, you typically can't go wrong. Has there been a period in time where steroids has affected your mental health? If so, what was the compound that did it? And they put #tr3n. So it's a good question.
I try not to go too. Yeah, I don't know how to answer it. Let me think. I've had mental health problems before I even took anything.
Yeah.
So certain stuff like tr3n, it can get inside your head, I think, if you're not careful. But
did you have anxiety and it like made it worse, kind of like that?
Yeah, that's and like body dysmorphia, that kind of enhanced a little bit more when you go on. But yeah, I try not to go too deep.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. No, I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm not saying I'm the most mentally strong person, but things like that don't bother me. Like, I mean, like I was more aggressive. Things pissed me off faster, but like I never had like a mental breakdown or anything like that. Like I didn't have like, I guess you could say certain things make you paranoid. Like it could be anything. Like it doesn't have to be anything specific. Like certain things can make you paranoid. You might have like some minor anxiety, but like you can't avoid that. Like it's a given. Just some people have it way, way worse than other people, you know? So, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. All right.
Shit.
What you calling about to die? What?
Yeah.
All right. Do you make your client meal plan? No, my clients eat whatever they want, guys. Like, I don't do flexible dieting, but like instead of chicken and rice, I might give them like steak, salmon, cod with some like pasta, potato, whatever. Like, they don't have to just eat chicken, rice, and broccoli. Like, they have options, but they're all clean options. Okay, I'm not going to talk about your glizzy not growing, bro. we're not talking about that. Yes, you need to PCT after Osterine. You need to PCT after any cycle. It would be quite wise to do so. You do not want to crash your testosterone and have a very, very bad time bringing it back up. You will have a rough couple months. Okay. If you're, I guess it's for you. If your goal is to be an Olympian, Is there a way to know early on if you have that potential, or is it just gotta? Okay. So do you? Okay, that's a good question. I'll reword it. So like, do you feel that you personally have the genetics to get to the Olympia level?
Um, I'd like to say yes,
Yeah,
but
I mean, you put on like 100 pounds in like a year, so I mean,
yeah,
you're halfway there.
I'd like to say yes. I
Well,
mean, I'm not.
what is your long term goal though in terms of class though? I forgot to ask you. Do you want to be a pro classic or do you want to be a pro like 212 open? Do you want to be an open? You want to be that big?
At first, it was classic,
Yeah,
but this year I've spoke to a few people and I've kind of gone out of that class now,
little bit, bro. Only by 50 pounds, yeah.
and I would never make 212. I think I'm too tall.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's now open bodybuilding as long as
damn,
I can
bro.
get.
You better get the who are you gonna hire for a coach? Are you gonna go straight to like a Chad Nichols, Chris Aceto, or do you already have a coach for that?
I already have my mate that coaches me, and for now, um, I think I'll just stay where I am, just for the fact of uh, because he knows how my body works as much as
Yeah.
I do, and so we kind of. But you never know what'll happen, I guess.
bodybuilders bodybuilders switch coaches a lot, man, because like everybody kind of hopes that like the next coach is the secret or something like that. So I definitely say that's a big thing. But if you were trying to get to like up here, you'd probably have to choose like Patrick, Chad, Chris, like you probably have to choose one of them. But you also have to pay $5,000 a year, so gotta take that in consideration. How much are my programs? About $275 per month. Competing is $300 per month at the moment. It might go up 2021, but we'll see. But for now, that's what it is. What is your career? I forgot to ask you. Are you a personal trainer or coach or anything, or do you have like a separate like non-fitness job?
Yeah, my job's not fitness related at all. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but
All right, all right. Oh, did you say your phone's gonna die soon? You said no.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
close
okay.
to. It's
All
gonna
right.
go.
All right, my bad. All right, so we'll finish up these last couple questions. There are a few I want to get to, and then like guys, maybe we'll go do again in like a couple weeks or something. If you guys liked it. But all right. Okay. How do you feel when people ask you if steroids make your wiener smaller?
I've had it.
How do you feel when people joke about that?
Yeah, for me, I've never. Yeah, it's not. It's never affected me that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I don't know what to respond. Sometimes you're like,
Yeah,
I'm football players, baseball, basketball. You're gonna say that they have it too. It's not just bodybuilders, right? Like they all use the same thing, so it would only affect. I don't know. Thought that was kind of funny. Okay. All right. This was a weird question. I got this from your page, but they said, would you rather have tr3n or would you rather have D-ball in a cycle? And I was like, they're not even the same. Like they're not even
it's not even. You
not
can't.
even the same ballpark.
I wouldn't recommend tr3n to anyone. Unless
No,
you're, unless you
probably
can,
one of the few things I would say no, do not do.
unless you're competing, I wouldn't. There's no need for it.
No, mental health wise,
Yeah,
blood pressure wise, brain damage wise, everything is in there, bro. It's tough.
yeah,
But all right, man. I do want to have you be able to say bye before your phone dies. Otherwise, that would suck. So I guess we could just cut it off here, and then
yeah,
maybe we can go do it again in a couple weeks or something like that if you're down for that.
yeah,
But
definitely.
either way, if you want to give a shout out to anybody, mention your brand or anything you have. If not,
I'm with no companies at all, but if anyone's watching,
All right, all right.
yeah.
All right. Maybe you can. I guess for you guys that don't follow him, go follow him on TikTok. It's still the same name, right? It's Official Muscle on Instagram and Official Muscle on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
All right, for sure. Follow him on that. But either way, man, I just want to say thank you for taking time to hop on my show. This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking about all this gear stuff. A lot of people are scared to talk about it. It's dope that you're not.
Yeah.
You're the CEO of tr3n to me. So, I'm saying. But either way, man, thanks for hopping on. Thank you for hopping on at 3 a.m. And yeah.
Yeah, man. No worries.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Good night, mate.
Later, everybody. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hopping on. We'll probably do this again maybe next week, but I'll keep you guys posted. I will repost this for you guys to watch. Have a good night, everybody.